Hi everyone, hope you've had a good week. This week we're going to start looking at our second part of the book of Ruth. Now, I don't know how many of you absolutely love a good boy meets girl story, but we watch boy meets girl stories all the time. They're on films, they're on TV, they're in art, they're in memes, they're in music. Love Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy. He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? We love boy meets girl stories. We watch them over and over and over again because we just love seeing people get together and have happily ever after, and it's beautiful and we love it. This is what we get in Ruth chapter 2. So in Ruth chapter 1, we met the girl, and Ruth chapter 2, let's meet the boy, shall we? So come on down. No, not a boy. He's a bit of an older man. He's got a business. He's well respected. He's lived quite a lot of his life, but guys, he's single. Anyway, let's have a look at what the Bible says about Boaz. So, number one, the Bible says he's wealthy. Okay, so he's got a business, he's got money, and what do Ruth and Naomi need? They need support, they need access to food and money and a way to live. So, tick in Boaz's favour. Okay, next thing, it says that Boaz is influential. He's an influential man, so he's got relationships with people around him. He's well respected, and for Ruth and Naomi, two ladies who don't have any men in their household at the moment. These are two essentially voiceless characters in their society. So they need a man in their family to have a voice in society. So that's a really important thing. Tick to Boaz. Lovely. The next thing, he said that Boaz is in Bethlehem. So that means he has a home, he has a place, he has land. And what does Ruth need? Ruth needs a permanent home. She's come from Moab into this country, and she doesn't really belong there yet. She's living with Naomi, which is great, but she needs that permanent home. And Boaz has that permanent home in Bethlehem. So big tick there, lovely. And then looking through the rest of the chapter, we see the way that he talks to his workers, showing that he's godly. We see the way that he speaks to Ruth, that he's kind, he's merciful, he's giving. This guy is like a dream, okay? And to top it all off, Naomi says that he's a close relative of theirs. Now, just stepping aside from the love story for a second, just to go into like the legal law stuff. In Israel, when the men died in a family, all of their belongings, their possessions, would be passed over in a will type thing to the closest male relative. So everything would be taken from that household and would go to the closest male relative. So for Ruth and Naomi, they stood to lose everything to a man, whoever he might be. If he wasn't a nice man, then he would take everything, and Ruth and Naomi would kind of be left with nothing. So everything hung on who their closest relative was. And Boaz is second in line, it looks like, to redeeming all of that stuff from Naomi and her family. But did you notice what it said at the very beginning of chapter 2 when Ruth goes out to work? It said, as it happened, Ruth went out and she went straight into Boaz's field. Out of all the people in all of Israel, she walked into the one guy's field who could actually help. What are the chances of that? That is ridiculous. That is such a huge coincidence. Hold on. Do coincidences happen in the Bible? Now, alongside the beautiful romance story that we've got with Boaz and Ruth, we've got this question staring us in the face. And that question put to us from the writer is, do you think that this is a coincidence? Or do you think that someone is in control of all this? Now, I think the Bible's really clear that actually nothing happens just out of nowhere. That there is always a plan, there is always something God's got in mind. And I think that God has brought these two people, Ruth and Boaz, together for a really special reason. And we will find out more about that reason in chapter 4. So stay tuned. Don't miss out on chapter 3. Make sure you're coming through the whole thing, and we will find out what happens in our story next week. So have a really nice week. I will see you very soon. Bye then. Bye.